Good morning, hello. Welcome to a crafter's story. Part of my crafter's journey has always been to try as best as I can and as often as I can to recycle, upcycle, repurpose. And one of the things I've been collecting, I collect stuff. I don't always know what I'm going to do with it, but I collect it anyway, are these bread tags. And I've had them for a while, and I've got quite a stash. Got quite a lot of. I had a whole kitchen drawer full of them, and I thought, oh my gosh, before the family gets upset with me, I better take them out and start thinking of how to use them, right? And I think what works for me is to make them part of a dangle. And so that is what I did. I took out my permanent markers. I colored this one black. I just dotted it with a white ink pen on the one side and on the other side, and then added it to another little tag that I had in my stash, a little bit of ribbon, a gourd pin, a little keychain charm, and that's it. So when I go now to use it in my journal, let's get the end of it here. I can use this as a dangle in a journal somewhere. So let's make one together. Now, when I paint, because this is plastic and it's glossy and it's smooth, the paint pens are taking a minute or two to dry. And I tried earlier to just put the permanent marker on and go straight on it with a second paint pen, like I did here with the black and the white. It doesn't work. I was smudging things all over the place. So the ink marker is definitely the permanent ink marker, whatever your base color is, in this case black, does need a minute or two to dry. So I've done a little bit of prep and I've got one here that, this is a bigger tag or bigger clip, I guess they're clips. And I've done the black on the one side. I took my gold, so my gold Artisto paint pen, and I did the gold on this side, and just a very inexpensive permanent marker from Dollar Tree on the other side. You could use your Uniposca paint pens as well, they will work. So this one is already marked up on the one side. I like the gold. I feel like I want to almost leave it as is. But on this side, and you don't have a lot of space to work with, so I'm keeping it fairly simple. Dots and stripes are what I'm just going with right now, and maybe later when I'm more comfortable with this, I might be a little more adventurous and draw little flowers or something like that on here. But for now, I think I'm just going to keep it simple. Do a little not straight. Gosh, it's so skew. It's okay. Just these little dots, because I think on these smaller surfaces, when you do something simple like this, it's pretty effective. If I can hold it down. There we go. I think this one now is done. Let me put it aside just for a second to dry. Now on this one, I used my silver Artisto paint pen. I actually had a black on here first. I goofed up with the design that I was trying to achieve, and so I went over it with the silver. That is evidence of my goof up, because I touched it before it was dry and it smudged. So I thought I would leave that side silver, maybe come in with my white on this side and just give it almost like a distressed look. So I've got the diagonal stripes on the one side. I'll do these sort of longitudinal messy stripes on this side. Let's see if I can hold this without touching the inside somehow. Okay, at activate the pen a little bit and just get some, because these are just, if it was a focal point, which it's not, I would worry about this being messy, but it's just part of a dangle. So sometimes messy is nice. Sometimes this sort of distressed, scratchy, there we go. Looks nice. And so I am not so worried now that I messed it up. Let's see if I don't touch it, and I just scoot it to the side to dry. This is a little one that I've only put the black on the one side. I'll put the black on this reverse side now, just as an example. And then I think we can put a dangle together. So this is practically free. I mean, I know you paid for the bread or the carrots or whatever it was that this clasp was part of, but once you've used up that food item and you've thrown the plastic bag away, you have a free craft item, you guys. And I know it doesn't seem like much. It does, once it's a dangle and once it's in your journal and somebody comes across it in your journal, it is a wow factor. I think so. And they'll be impressed at how resourceful you were about repurposing, recycling something. Okay, so I think that is probably as far as I'm going to get. I'm going to scoot them off to the side as well. I'm being careful not to touch. Here is one where I also had the black as my base. I then used a Uniposca in the ivory to roughly go over it. I then used my my Uniball gel impact pen to make little circles, and then came back in with Artisto white to put a little white dot inside the circles. So you can do almost like a little color collage on these. The other side is just pretty much the same, except I didn't use white. Black base, then ivory, then gel pen for the stripes, and I'm done. So here I have my gourd pin already in the hole. Oh, I am missing a step, you guys. I apologize. Let me see if this one is dry. I think I'm going to risk it. I think this one is dry. So when you get these, they have this opening, right? So having that opening is great when you want to just put it in, just tie down your plastic, but it's not going to be great to hold any kind of clasp, any kind of gourd pin or ribbon or anything. They're just going to slip right out here. And so what I've been doing is trying to place this top little section, and I know it's small, place it down in, I can't open this. I wonder if you can see where the bottom of your staple would go. In here is where I've been lining up the staple, the tag, the clip. So I'll do it on this one that doesn't have any paint on it, because then you'll, oh, I'm so off. Let's try that again. That's better. Get rid of this one that went a little off on me. Oh, come out. It's not coming out. All right, I'll just stick it to the back and you can't see it. Pretend it's not there. So you might find that it's a little tricky, but all I've done is put a staple across here. That'll prevent anything from slipping out. Any of your ribbon or charms or gourd pins won't now slip out. And you'll just be able to, oh, get this. It can dangle. okay, like that. So let me go ahead then with this guy and put the staple in, and I have some gold staples. I thought they would really show up nicely. So there we go, I've got my gold staple in. Let me put in my gourd pin, but I also want to use this little rose charm. I'm going to put, wait, I've got to put it that way. The rose charm goes in there. Then I slip it through my little hole. Look at that. I think that is just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous. So pretty. But I think it needs a little bit of color. Golden black is great, but let's give it a little bit of texture, a little bit of color. So I've got some, I forget what you call this. It's a wool. It's like a cotton wool. Not cotton. It's cotton that you can knit with. That sounds better. I'm just going to get that through my little hole here on the gourd pin. Oh, I'm all thumbs and fingers today. Thumbs and fingers. Come back here, you. Let's see. Okay, I'm through. Yay, I'm through. Okay, and get my ends. I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday. I went on a walk with my dad, and I didn't realize, I mean, I knew it was hot. I felt it, but I didn't realize it was quite that hot. And coming out of winter, oh dear, I just didn't pay attention. So I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it today. So that was silly of me to not pay attention to the weather. But anyway, all right, so it's in. Let us cut it a little shorter. We don't need quite as much. This. Now, I could very well just leave it at that, and I think that would look gorgeous on its own. But I think what I'd like to do is just to add one little extra element. And so this is a little, just one of these sort of paper tags that you can pick up at any stationery store. I've seen them in the grocery stores. They're at Dollar Tree. I've already painted this one gold on this side, and I think on that side, what should we do? Maybe just a black. Maybe no, there's black there. Maybe a brown. Let's do brown. I've got my brown paint pen out. So, and this is a sort of goldy, bronzy brown. So I think that'll work. Let's get this in here quickly. And I probably am realizing that this might have been a bad idea because this paint pen's probably going to need some time to dry. But we'll make it work. It's fine. So it's nice because this tag is mostly just paper with a little bit of this like a metal framing. All right, so there we go. And you could put a sticker on here. You could put a word on here. You could do whatever you want, you guys. But I do think that's wet, so I'm going to stick it off to the side. Maybe let's work with this guy because it is dry. And what else I can put some ribbon. Let's put a little ribbon on this one. Oh, get off there. And you know, you could use a clothing tag as well and add a clothing tag, and then oopsie, sorry, that could work. And then I've got one last thing to show you once I'm done with this, and hopefully that paint will be dry and we can do the last bit of assembly. And you guys, there is so much you can do with this. I'm really just scratching the surface here, I think, with this craft idea. What am I doing? I'm holding it. That's what I'm doing. Silly me. Kaya is sleeping behind me here and she's having a dream. And all I can hear is, All right, this is too much. I'll cut some of this off. And maybe this one is just fine on its own. I'm going to leave that one just like that. Okay, and now what I wanted to show you was you don't have to do your dangles or your ribbon just at the top here. What if you put another hole at the bottom? I've measured a spot there, and you can make another hole and almost do like a reverse or an upside down idea. Let me get this little key and have a dangle at the bottom. Oh, why did you do that? No, go back. I didn't clip that properly. Let's try that again. Sorry, guys. See if I can do it properly this time. There you go. All right, so now I have my gourd pin and I have my dangle at the bottom, and we'll put some ribbon at the top. Maybe put 3 layers of ribbon this time, and go through this. I could put another gourd pin at the top here, I guess, but I mean there's a hole already, so why bother? I think I got it. I think I got it. Do I got it? No, I don't got it. Almost got it. I'm close to got it. Hold on. Almost there. Oh, I'm being such a klutz today. Oh, you guys. It's Monday morning and I'm sunburned and I'm feeling sorry for myself. All right, so that's another option. I think probably another dangle, or maybe something like this to add to it. I just have to cover the other side, but something else here, maybe a little sticker at the bottom there would be nice. So that's another option. You know, I could probably even put a paper clip at the top here, make it a hidden paper clip. All these options, so many options. Just let your imagination run wild. Let's see if we can get this guy in here. And then a little, there we go. Which side do I want? Probably that side. Like that. And now I have another dangle, or another, let's see if I can maybe move this around a little. There you go. Another one, another dangle, and another one, and a potential one. Where's my original? Here's my original. Let's show you that's the pinky side of that one. There you go. All these opportunities, or just work with what you've got, work with the ribbon you've got, work with the paint pens you've got, the permanent markers. You get Sharpie permanent markers in all kinds of colors, and yeah, see what you come up with. Let me know in the comments below what dangles you decided to use. Was it charms? Was it other tags? Was it wool, or you know, whatever you decided. I would love to know, and if you feel comfortable sharing pictures of those on our Facebook page, the link is always in the description below. Well, let me make sure that you can see. Yep, you can see, it's perfect. Thank you so much for joining me on this recycle project, and I hope you try it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.